Hi Flosstube, my name is Becca and this is Shadow Girl getting her marshmallow treat. You have reached SamBrie Stitches here on YouTube, and this is a channel about cross stitch and my cross stitch designs. Oh, thank you for the kisses. She's such a sweet girl. This is Thursday, July 7th, Flosstube number 116. And I've done this intro like 3 times. It's only been 2 weeks, but I have a pretty nasty headache right now and it was hard to focus. And there's yard work going on and power tools and stuff going on in the neighborhood. So hopefully, I don't think the camera picks that up. Anyways, I hope you all have been well the past couple of weeks. I am recovering still from COVID. It's been about a month. I still have a cough, but it's not as bad. It gets really bad at night. I wheeze and I can't breathe. Like it gets pretty rough. And my husband's like, babe, stop COVIDing. But he's still coughing too, just not as bad. So the past couple of weeks, like I said, I was recovering. And then on the 30th of June was my 24th wedding anniversary. And so my husband booked a cute little cabin up near Mount Rainier. I think it's in the Ashford area or Elbe area. And so we stayed there for a couple of nights and it was just amazing. It was so peaceful, quiet. We did bonfires at night, made s'mores, relaxed in the cabin. We walked around a little bit, but I wasn't 100%. So we drove up to Paradise at Mount Rainier and played in the snow. So you saw all those pictures, you know, at the beginning. So 24 years. My husband is my best friend. He's absolutely amazing. A little backstory I posted on Instagram, but there were so many doubters that we wouldn't make it. I was 19, he was 28, active duty Marine. He gave me a sweet little card, which I still have on Valentine's Day because I had gone through a pretty rough breakup. And he, in the card, it says, just remember you're special. I'm always here, and gave me his phone number. And that was the beginning of our whirlwind romance. Fate brought him to Portland. He had last minute orders to Portland, and I couldn't have been happier. So Valentine's Day of 98 was what I considered day one. I moved in with him March of 98. He proposed at midnight on Easter of 98. I was deathly sick with the flu, laying on the couch, and he made me stay up till midnight to go through the Easter basket. And I still have the stuffed animal, and at the bottom was a box with a ring in it, and he proposed. And then June 30th of 98 is when we got married. So it was a really, really quick time before getting married, but it's the best decision I've ever made. So a little bit of backstory, because I know a couple of people had asked. When we got back from the little getaway, I had my local Stitchy meetup on Saturday and I brought all of my antique samplers for them to go through, and it was a pretty good turnout. You saw the picture at the beginning. So they enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Then 4th of July happened. We didn't do anything. We just relaxed. Our little dog Emma, you've seen her a couple of times. She gets really, really nervous with fireworks. Shadow, not so much. The bunny does a little bit, and of course Asa gets nervous. So we all just kind of stayed home with our animals and just relaxed. So hopefully everybody had a safe and enjoyed their 4th of July and nobody got hurt or anything like that. I saw some crazy videos on TikTok of some fireworks. So super insane. There were a lot of boom booms. Like it sounded like people were blowing stuff up, not lighting fireworks, because it shook our walls. Even my husband was like, what the heck? Yeah. And I have a lot of stuff on the wall, so I was scared it was going to fall down. It was crazy. My husband went back to work on the 5th. That was a bummer because we had a whole week together, because I took the weekend off a long time ago for our anniversary prior to me being sick. And it was just a bummer that he went back to work because I so enjoyed the whole week together. And that was basically it. Not a whole heck of a lot happened, but it was a great couple of weeks. I just hope that I get back to being 100%, have some energy, and this cough goes away. So I want to do the winners of the giveaway really quick. So I'm going to bring this box over here so that you don't have to sit through the whole video. So the winner of my chart, Lizzie Payne Gross, this goes to Char J57. So please, winners, email me. Let me know what you won in the description at the top, the subject line, and then send me if you want this in a physical form or a PDF, and then your real name if you want it mailed to you on this. So congratulations, Char J57. And then my other original release was House into a Home, and this goes to Corinne Brubaker. So congratulations, Corinne. I hope you like it. It has special meaning to me. I really love it. Let's see. Christmas was, everything got smooshed together. So Christmas was, you'll get the PDF version as well of this. I think it was the bag. Everything's in here. So the bag, the DMC, the Ada, and then the PDF of the Christmas time. And Christmas went to Stitching Wish. So congratulations. Letters to Santa. Let's see, we're not on that one yet. We're at the quilt. So this was the quilt. This was the pear quilt that was unfinished, that was gifted to me. And the quilt goes to Fair, F-A-I-R-E, Rose. So congratulations. Everything is everywhere in here. All the trimmings. I think this went with all the trimmings too. I'll figure it out. Tea time went to Kathy Lee Jean, I think, Jeon. So congratulations. Letters to Santa was this, and I think that was all I had for letters to Santa. I'll get it all figured out. I'm so unorganized, but letters to Santa went to Ava Allen. So there you go. Tree, which was the silk tree hugger from Bee Stitch Me, that went to Bougie Stitchers. Congratulations. And then Feast went to Edith McClanahan. So congratulations on all that. So please just make sure you email me, and I will try and get this all taken care of. All right, so we're gonna put that back in there. You're okay, pup. She's laying right next to me. Okay, so the next video I think I'm gonna do is I'll do an antique sampler parade of all of my antique samplers that I've accumulated so quickly in the past month or two. And by then I should have Elizabeth Horry done. I'll show you her today. She's a lot of work, but she's beautiful. And then I know a couple people asked me about my Pandora bracelets. I will try and do a separate video on those. I haven't forgotten. I just haven't felt up to doing it and I haven't had time, but I will do it. So if you're interested in that, it'll just be a quick little separate video. I just wanted to let you know I did not forget about y'all. Okay. So now that we've gone through all that, I have to concentrate now, Shadow. She's like, please pet me. So my model is finished. So this is the original. So Lizzie Payne Gross has already been released, and then Elizabeth Eldridge was the other one, and this was an unfinished sampler. She teased us. It was so close. She didn't even squeeze in the year. Sampler made in the. And she could have just squeezed in the year and it would have made life so much easier. But the model is this beautiful model that's stitched. Let me make sure that this is all good. So this is the model. I haven't ironed it or anything. And so this was stitched by Carlene Jewett, which I really, really appreciate it. Brandy sent her the fabric. This is on 40 count Be Stitch Me sandstone, and it's just using DMC 310. And the color is pretty, well, I guess it's a little bit lighter than the original, but I will, when I'm releasing my antique samplers, what I'm doing is I'm matching the DMC to the original, as close as I can to the original fabric. And then, you know, if it doesn't fully match, you kind of have different options. But thank you so much, Carlene, for, excuse me, for stitching this model. I'm excited. That should get released mid next week. The reason why it was taking so long is because I have another amazing helper. Kathy Butler has offered to do my ancestry research for me, which is a huge, huge help. I was drowning trying to figure that out. And so we were struggling on finding information on Elizabeth because there's no year and not much information to go on. But we possibly may have found some information that I will include. So that was the holdup, is trying to figure that out. There's probably going to be some antique reproductions that won't have any history just because it's nearly impossible to find. But Kathy has been absolutely amazing, sending me trees that she's made on Ancestry, and just communicating via email. It's just been such a lifesaver, I tell you, because charting them, some of them went pretty quickly, like the alphabet samplers, but stitching this model, I'm trying to get it done, and it just takes up so much time. So that's just a huge, huge help. So hopefully mid next week, Elizabeth will be released, and then you can kind of stitch them together like the original if you'd like. I do have several models being stitched right now, which is exciting for reproduction samplers. And I will probably be re-releasing them throughout the year and not like all at once. So depending on when my model stitchers get them done, I can't believe I have model stitchers. I'm still in shock. For the antique reproductions, I have designed a couple originals that my daughter hopefully will be stitching. I feel that there's not enough representation for the Jewish community. There's a lot of Hanukkah pieces, but I designed what I think is a really pretty sampler, a larger sampler that represents, I think, the Jewish religion, the Hebrew religion, pretty well. And then I also designed a red smaller sampler to go with the two other red work samplers that I have, that I did the Hebrew alphabet, and then my older daughter's Hebrew name, and then her age and the year. And then I should be releasing the three of those in a book if I can figure out where to get books made. I'll probably have to reach out to people because I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's some exciting things in the works. It'll just take some time. But the other big news, I have two things of big news actually before I jump into my whips. The first one is I'm going to Nashville Needlework Market. I was originally going to go just to help Brandy out because I wanted to meet Brandy, Be Stitch Me, and, you know, go and hang out and just be a helper to give her like an extra set of hands between me and her daughter. But now I am going as a designer and I'm sharing the room with Brandy, so we'll be helping each other out. Actually all of my original designs that you can find on Gumroad and Etsy, those use Brandy's fabrics and silks. The reproduction samplers, some of them use her fabrics so far, but she's sending me a whole bunch of fabrics and her silk line, and so I'll be using more of hers as well, just because I want to help her get the word out. I know she's doing great. And she's opening her own shop, which also leads to, she'll be carrying all of my hard copy patterns at bestitchme.com and in her shop. The other two that will be carrying some of my patterns is Acorns and Threads. They do have some of my patterns. And Beach Cottage Stitchers in California. They have some of my patterns too. So I have 3 shops that are carrying it. If you want to see my patterns at any of your local needle workshops, please reach out to them, and then they could just reach out to me. I do sell wholesale. I'm still learning all this, but I print my own charts and everything, and I can work with them. I would love to get my charts into more shops. It would be so amazing, because I really, really would like to not work retail anymore. My company is amazing. I love working for Apple. I just don't want to be in retail anymore. So hopefully this something happens with this. I know that maybe going to Nashville will help, so that shops can see my models and my charts and stuff like that. And maybe then it'll get big. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really enjoying the reproduction part of it more so than the original designing. So I may just focus on that more, and just do smaller designs. Like, I really like my Bigfoot designs. And I have another couple of original samplers coming out as well at some point. So, but I really like the reproduction part of it. So we'll see what happens. But if you want to see any of my charts in your LNS, please ask them to email me. I would love that. Okay, enough talking. Let's get started. So the first couple of things are fat quarter shops. I agreed to, prior to doing all of this designing craziness, I agreed to join all 3 of their sales that they're hosting. 2 go on right now. I think the Christmas time one has been delayed till sometime in August. And I hope that I can keep up. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying. But the first one, I don't have a picture because all of these are released weekly. And there's still time to join in. You can go to Fat Quarter Shop and get all your supplies. And the first section was the border for, like I said, I don't have a picture, but oops. Well, this is letters to Santa, but I'm using, look at Chris's floss bling. This is AsTheYooFlies, or AsTheYooFlies, sorry. It's spelled Y-O-O, but it's yo. And she did Christmas in July. And then look at that. I love it. Oh, elf. So I'm using that. And then I'm using the called for weeks. And then this is as far as I've gotten. So I like to do the borders with the section. So I'm still working on this. I'll probably bring this to work. No, I think I'm going to bring the other one to work. This is on 18 count opalescent coconut shell by Be Stitch Me. I love the shininess of this. So I am slowly working on that. I'm probably going to get behind, but I have plenty of time till Christmas. And I love these bags from Fat Quarter Shop because look at the bottoms. I love them. So there's that one. And then the other one, which is the one I'll probably work on this weekend, is Boo Crew. I do have a picture for this. Well, this is another stitch along. And I put an owl on this one. And I'm using the called for Classic Colorworks. Super pretty. And I chose, they sent me an 18 count because I would prefer 18 over the 14 or the 28. So I got to choose. So I am using the lighter version of Fabric Flair's Spooky Hollow. And that's how far I've gotten. So this will go to work with me because Halloween comes before Christmas. And it's in another one of the Fat Quarter Shop bags. From It's So Emma. Okay. 3 more whips. 4th of July, I worked on Lady of the Flag. I am trying to get the hashtag Patriotic 4th stitching going. So every 4th of the month, you stitch on something patriotic because we have Christmas and we have Halloween. We need patriotic So every 4th of the month, I try to stitch on something patriotic. If you want to join me, just use the hashtag. That would be awesome. I finished the top half stitching. Look at it. And then this is on 16 count Patriotic from Be Stitch Me. This was something that she originally designed just for me. I told her kind of what I wanted. And then she released it. So it is available, but I just love it on this. Isn't she just stunning? Oh, she's stunning. So now I just got to get the bottom half going, and then I'll bead. She's so beautiful. This fabric is beautiful. I tell you, Brandy is just amazing when it comes to dyeing fabric. The next one I worked on, I don't even know how many stitches I did, but I brought the elk anthem from the First Lady of Cross Stitch on our anniversary. My husband told me that I should bring my model to stitch, and I said no, I'm gonna work on this because I want to get this done for our 25th anniversary next year. So I really need to start concentrating on this because it's huge. I didn't get a whole lot done. You can see that I am working on the sky. So this is on just 18 count oatmeal that I got from Michael's. Look at that. So I'm just filling in the sky a bit, and then when I get bored of that, I'll go down and work on some of the elks. I have a long way to go. I think, keep it up. I think, let me tell you in a second, I am at 41.28%. I've done 34,176 stitches out of 82,800. So 41%. I really need to get a move on this. I've got to do the math and figure out what I need to focus on, because as much as I love designing and reproducing, this is my priority because my husband has been waiting for years for this because I hated it for the longest time, but he wants it so badly. I have to get working on this. So I have to figure out a way to prioritize that, but still have a lot of content for my videos. So we'll see. I'll figure it out. Okay, so this one, I don't generally like to unroll this every time, but I'm gonna do it. This is Elizabeth Horry. This is the original antique sampler. I have the information on her, the history. All of the words are over 1 on this. She is beautiful. Sorry, I'm just rolling her up because I don't want her to get ruined. I need more of these. I say this, I think I showed it last time. Cheryl from Stitching with the Sisterlies made this roll. It's just like a plastic, and I love this, and I need more. And I tried looking for these, and I can't find them. And then Colleen, the other half of Stitching with the Sisterlies, messaged me and said that DMC had one on Amazon, and I bought it, and I don't like it. This part in the middle like comes out, and it's not, I don't know, this is made so much nicer, and I like the magnet instead of the tying. But she did amazing, and she made each one of us in the Cluckers group one of these. I might just have to take the take the other Cluckers rolls. So this so I charted this with the help of Janine for color choices. We chose mostly MPI silks, and then a couple Soie d'Alger. I think I put the wrong information on Instagram, so I need to fix that. Look, I live to create. I love her floss bling so much. Oh my gosh, if you guys go to her Etsy shop, I know she's at the Sisters Quilt Show right now, so I don't know what's listed, but she has some exciting ones coming out. When she gets back, she's going to send me some to show for her new releases. So Love them. And I love Chris too. Someday I hope to meet her. Someday. Okay, are you ready for this? I am I lost my needle. Okay, that's great. I am very proud of myself. So I have never stitched on linen before in my life. Y'all know I'm an Aida stitcher. A lot of my other reproduction samplers are being stitched on Aida because I don't want all y'all that watch me to think that I am abandoning Aida, because I am not. I do not like linen. I don't think I ever will like linen, but I do have to get used to stitching on it because just some of the antique samplers just scream linen. And then others that I have scream Aida. So there will be, and you guys can stitch on whatever you want as far as fabric anyways, but I want to stay true to myself as much as I can. So this is the first time stitching on linen, and this is 36 count, and this is Vintage Country Mocha. Do I have something that I could put behind this? Maybe this. Hold on. I didn't realize that it's see-through. There you go. So it's super wrinkly. I'm down at the bottom. I'm doing the border. All those words are over one. That was just so much fun. So there's that, the words, and I've done the cartouche. She's a big one. She's a big one. And the words, in case you were wondering, the words are, Jesus permit thy gracious name to stand as the first effort of an infant's hand, and while her fingers the canvas move, engage her tender heart to seek thy love. With thy dear children may she have a part, and write thy name thyself upon her heart. Navanby School, Elizabeth Horry, age 10, 1830. I loved that saying. And then here, as a close-up, she did like a little flower thing, a couple of birds. There's a berry basket, a flower, and bright red flower pot. Now I charted this, the colors from the front because the front colors are beautiful. The other one that I am charting that I'm going to call the Yeti sampler because it doesn't really have a name, it just has initials. I am choosing the colors from the back. So it's kind of nice to be able to choose what color, like which side to do it on or which side to chart it on. So those are my whips. Not a whole lot because I've really been focusing on Elizabeth, trying to get her done so I can have one big sampler release. Let's see. I have 2 giveaways today. Because it's Christmas in July, this was from the Fat Quarter Shop. This is Sleigh Ride, and this is open to everybody. So if you're interested in Sleigh Ride, just put, let's do Ride, R-I-D-E, for that one. And then this one is going to be US only, just because it's big. So you get the bag, and then you get everything that's in here. This is the Citrus Summer that they sent me, and I opened it so you can see it's a really cute pattern. So there's that, and it's got, I think, Aida. It's got a little hoop. It's got the DMC. It has a needle minder. Oh, and it has a needle too. So pretty much everything you need is in here. I will probably ship this folded, just as a heads up. But if you're interested in this, let's do summer. So Ride and Summer for the giveaways. Okay, so those are that. So I don't have a very big haul stitchy kindness section. But once I'm finished with this, I'm going to include my Patriotic decor tour at the end of this if you'd like to see that. So the first thing that I want to show you, and I was planning on giving a shout out anyways, but she sent me one of her little bags that she makes and I love it. So this is from Chris the Camping Stitcher. And I discovered her channel. It's newer. Her channel's new to me. She had tagged me in it, and then we've been talking on Instagram. And oops, that's the back of it. And she sent me this little bag, and look, it's got a little Bigfoot charm on it. This is so cute. This will be really cute for Stitchy, like my scissors and needles and stuff like that, because I really love this. It's so cute. So go check out her channel. I really enjoy it, and I was really hoping that she lived closer to me, but she is on, I think, the other side of the United States from me, which is a bummer because I think we would have had a lot of fun hanging out. Hopefully someday we get to meet. But I will link her channel down below. But we were trying to get her to 1,000 because she was at 902 or something. And I'm hoping, I haven't checked, but I'm hoping she's got her 1,000 because, you know, milestones are fun. So yeah, so there's that one. So thank you so much for this bag. It's so cute and I love it. And it's patriotic and it's Bigfoot and it's me. So cool. The other Stitchy kindness that I received that for me to show are silks from Be Stitch Me. She sends me the silk of the month and a couple extra silks to show you. Wait, she's sending me the whole set. Wait until y'all see the whole set. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because then I'll be able to chart from her full set. So excited. But this month were yellows. Look at those yellows. That's just summer right there. So butter, that's a perfect name for this. It's definitely a butter color. I don't know if that's coming through. I don't think I have anything white. Well, we could try this. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Butter. Off the cob. This is a little bit of a variegated. You see the yellow and the white. I love that. That's perfect too. Man, she's coming up with some good names. I think her kids are helping her too. Banana. And I have banana. I really like that color. I've had that. Bumble. This is one that I've used too in my charts. I love that. And then Canary, which is a brighter yellow. So that was the silk of the month. And then she sent me two variegated ones. This is Sunrise. And this is Raspberry Lemonade. Woo! Her silks, I'm telling you, are so nice to stitch with. So nice to stitch with. Don't forget that I have a discount code in the description box. It's a one-time discount code, so whether you've ordered from her or not, you can use this one time. So worth it, especially if you want to try stuff. And I don't think I showed this last time. I cannot remember if I did, but I'm going to show it again because Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, is a very good friend of mine. I love her to death, and she's super talented. So when we were at I think it was the Acorns first Thursday meetup. It was the first Thursday, which was last month, I think. Audrey brought these, and she talks about them in her Flosstube videos too. She makes these, and she explains how she does the corners, and she's just super talented. So these are floss books, and I chose this one to buy. And the cool thing is, well, here's her card inside. And I'll link her down below. But she puts a library card in there and then floss away bags with index cards in there to keep them. And you can add more. So if you have a bigger project, I think she puts 10 in here. You can add more, and then like it'll just be bigger, or you can add like a ribbon or Velcro or something to it. But this is the inside of it. And these are pretty sturdy. They're pretty sturdy. That's the back. And this. So if you go subscribe to her channel and then follow her on Instagram, she sells these. These are awesome. These are awesome. I'm going to use this on my next antique sampler reproduction that I am going to model stitch, which when I finish charting it is going to be a Yeti sampler. Yes, it's a flower pot in the middle if you follow me on Instagram, but it looks like a Yeti, and I love Bigfoot and I love everything like that, so it's a Yeti. And then the last two things for haul are my fabric of the months from Be Stitch Me. Y'all, I switched to 40 count linen. One, because my older daughter wanted more linen, and so I figured this was the best way to do it because she likes to stitch on linen. So I'm going to show you the difference between Ada and linen dyeing. It's insane. So this is the fabric of the month. And this is Willow. This is the 40 count. It's more of a greener. I can't tell if my thing is it's a mottled. But that's the 40 count. And on this, I don't get a large piece. I get 18 by 27. But this, I get a half yard of the 18 count. And then this is Willow for the 18 count. Okay, so do you see the difference? The linen is so much more mottled and like saturated with color, and the Ada not so much. That is crazy. That just blows my mind seeing those side by side. But I don't like linen. Doing this for my daughter. Stocking up for my daughter. So that is everything. It was a quicker video today. I hope that you enjoyed everything. And if you're interested in me doing an antique sampler parade in my next video, because I probably won't have too much to show, let me know. I would probably do it either way, but I'd love to know if you're interested in it. And then I'm going to go record my Patriotic decor that I have, so I hope you enjoy that. And I shall see you all in a couple of weeks. I hope that you are all doing well. I know many have COVID and are dealing with COVID right now, so I hope it's not too bad. I hope your weather is nice. It's beautiful here today, but it was raining yesterday. Pacific Northwest, you know, you get what you get. We're used to it. So anyways, I shall see you all in a couple of weeks. Happy stitching, everybody. Okay, the lighting's not best, but this is my permanent Patriotic wall downstairs. This my dad made, and my dad also made me this. That is his handwriting that he cut out of wood, and it's the Marine wife prayer, basically. And my dad also made this, sorry for the shadow, for my husband. They're not in frames anymore because they didn't survive the move, but I still have them. Got this from Goodwill. Heroes don't wear capes, they wear dog tags. I stitched this full coverage that I got this off of eBay back in 2006 while my husband was deployed to Fallujah, Iraq, and I gifted it to him when he got home. That is my amazing husband on his deployment in 2006 to Fallujah, Iraq. Isn't he just amazing? He is now retired, but he was 20 years active duty. That funeral up at the top, sorry for my fat finger, that is where we lost our friend, Captain Brian Latundry. I talked about that in my Memorial Day video. So that's my handsome husband in 2006. And then this is America the Beautiful, which I stitched and finished, I can't remember what year, but on our anniversary. I think it was our 20th anniversary, so 4 years ago. I brought it to, we stayed in a cabin again, then near Mount Rainier, and I stitched it. This, again, sorry for the reflection, got at Goodwill. I stitched this. It was a stitch along, Suffrage Act. And then Sweet Land of Liberty, that was a Rovaris pattern, stitched that and finished it. This I found at Goodwill. It's the Pledge of Allegiance. And then I can't remember where I got that. But that wooden eagle up there, that was a Goodwill find, not my dad. And then I'm trying not to step on stuff. Ow. There's this one. I think this was a stitch along with Stitching with the Housewives years ago. Little House Needleworks, I think. Home of the Free, Because of the Brave. And then this is the top of my bookshelf where I have all of my patterns. This is a combination, I think, of a couple of patterns. This was a Twin Peak Primitives, and I can't remember what the other one was from, but I combined them. All of my Ray Dunn, my husband's name from his uniform. This painting was done by a friend, and he's my tattoo artist as well. He's amazing. That card was a gift from somebody. My husband's dog tags and his U.S. Marines name tape. And then this is the Stronger Together, and then Teresa Kogut. That was also a Sal Fat Quarter Shop and Teresa Kogut. I love these two. Hands-on design. Wow, the lighting's bad down here. And then a large flag. And then on my little section here, I think that's a blackbird. Then USA. And then another, I can't remember if this was with that needle or a blackbird. But yeah, so this is my permanent Patriotic wall downstairs that I get to look at all the time. Okay, so we are going to do a quick little Patriotic decor tour. So let's get started. Okay, so down here is my Ray Dunn, my little gnome section. More Ray Dunn, couple of stars, and then we go up here to the first section, and it's a lot of Ray Dunn. This one I can't remember whose stitch or whose chart that is, but it's really cute. And then this one's my release, Bold, Bright, Brave. You can find on Etsy and Gumroad. It's super cute. I love this section. And then up here is my USA section. And this is a Stitching with the Housewives. It was finished differently. Now it's just a flat piece. And then Pray for Peace. I can't remember who this is either. But I stitched this with Jan Holder. We just stitched it together, which was pretty cool. So I love that. So that's my USA section. And then the next one is the Let Freedom Ring. Lots of eagles because I love my eagles. There's this one. I love this one. Let Freedom Ring. Ooh, it's kind of dark. Hopefully you can see it. And then, wow, it's really dark. Oh, there now. You can kind of see it better. There we go. The bell. That's so cute. And I hand sewed that one. That's a eagle candle with it. So, I don't know why it's so dark. And then you go over here. Oops. And I just knocked down my gnomes. There's, this is the America from Blackbird Designs. It's an out of print chart, and I left off America, and I didn't fill this in because I loved the fabric on it. And I just found this piece at Goodwill. The door opens and everything. This is from Helen D. It's a freebie that she released last year. Another Stitching with the Housewives piece up there. And then this is a And then this drum is my release. So these colors don't run. And then there's an eagle on the back. This is my piece that I designed. So there's that. And then Home of the Brave, which is one of my favorites. I love that. This is a Home of the Free, Thanks to the Brave by Erica Michaels. This took me forever to stitch because of all of the fill-in. And I finished it as a flat fold. And then I think this is another Stitching with the Housewives piece. And this strawberry was made by Audrey, Stitchy Rich 42. And I love it. And there's another strawberry from Audrey. And this is America the Beautiful, Sweet Land of Liberty. This is a Cherry Hill Stitchery piece, I believe. And I finished it on an old cigar box that I found at Goodwill. And then down here is a patriotic truck and another star. Lots of Rae Dunn, y'all. I'm obsessed with Rae Dunn. So this is a baby blanket. It's the only patriotic blanket that Rae Dunn made last year. So we searched for this because I love the All-American Girl. Home of the Brave. And then this piece I stitched years ago. I don't have any idea who it's by, but it's all of the states. Another strawberry from Audrey. This is my design. Red, white, and true. It's part of my Bigfoot line. Super cute. I love it. And I love these little boots I ordered that says Marines. My husband is a veteran, of course, of the Marines. Hero. Dad is my hero. And then there's a Liberty vase with some fake flowers. This is a Blackbird Designs piece, I believe, that I stuck inside here. And then I actually put fabric on the top too. And then I love this. Liberty. I love it. But that's my patriotic display. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you all had a safe and happy Independence Day.